All right, we're with Ryan Lark, driver of the 71 Street Stock, who had a pretty big day. Graduated college today. Tell us the experience. Tell us how you can go from walking the stage at like 6 o'clock and getting here in time to get in your street stock and go race.
Well, basically, I was lucky enough to be like the third in line to walk across the stage. As soon as I got across the stage, I was out. I just walked out, got my truck, and I drove here. My parents drove here right behind me. So, I mean, I wasn't sticking around for the rest of it. I'd rather be here. Got the degree, that's all that matters.
That's right, that's right. And finished top 5 tonight, started near the front. Talk us through your night. Tell us how it went.
Didn't get to run the car at all today. Ran good in practice yesterday. Had a couple issues we got worked out, and didn't get to run at all. You know, got in the car today with no lap time underneath me, and started outside pole. I didn't know what the car was going to do. I found out pretty quick it wasn't going to do what I expected it to, so I just tried to give enough room to get everybody by me and keep my stuff clean so I can bring it back next week, and that's what we did. You know, just tried to keep as good a pace as we could the whole race and keep it clean. So that's all I can ask for.
And you have mentioned, you know, you have been running part-time this season, not full schedule, but do you have plans to join us again May 23rd right now?
We'll have to see. I sure would like to. I believe that we can. We're going to try to make several races a month if we can. We'll put together a decent schedule, a lot better than that last year was. I think we ran 8 last year. Hope to put together a few more this year and maybe hit some other tracks up as well. But yeah, I think we can be back for that for sure.
All right. Congratulations on both tonight, Ryan, and thanks.
Thank you, bud. I appreciate you.
Yep.
Now, let me tell you, the moon was full and tempers are about to flare. The restart had Zeke Shell leading as Helton and Housewright would make contact in the corner not once, not twice, but 3 times over the next few laps. Housewright would ultimately finish second, but neither driver was happy on the front stretch as push literally came to shove between the 2 drivers.
Get a good look at that right there.
So he can go a little faster so I don't run over him in the middle of the corner. I mean, I run him as clean as I got anybody. But he wants to be a jack. Hey, I'm not a 16-year-old kid. He wants to play with me. We can settle it the right way. I mean, he ran in there and got me twice. I got him once, and he's going to cry about it, but whatever. I mean, everybody's big when there's somebody to break stuff up, but we can play that game.
That right there is what makes fans come to the stand. And unfortunately, you know, Housewright's got a lot of experience. He's very, very talented. He's been around. He ain't going to take anybody's crap. Sometimes you bark up the wrong tree and get shoved.
Every week.
All right, we've had a pretty fun night at Kingsport Speedway. We're with all of the Shells right now, but the most important one I think right now is this pretty lady right here. Tell them what your name is.
Bristol.
Bristol, and you got some trophies there. Tell me what you won.
So when my daddy won 2 races, and then I won this one.
You won the juice box race. Yeah. First win? How's it feel?
Good.
Good. Now, last night on social media, we saw pictures of you and your dad and your granddad's shop. You had the straw in the machine clamp, was working on your red straw, kind of the secret key to winning your race. Well, Bristol, congratulations. We're happy for you. And now we'll head over to Bristol's dad, who had an incredible night. Swept the twins, but it's starting to become a storyline. It is a crazy points battle. Take us through your night first.
Honestly, you know, I'm battling points with one of my best friends. I mean, we're having a good time. Not really even sure how much we're focusing on the points. You know, we just want to win and have fun doing it with our family and our friends and our crew. It's definitely it's been a nice year. I mean, we had a really rough time when we totaled the car. You know, I got injured, the car got killed, and there was a lot of long hours at the shop. Luckily, my father and Danny Rollins, they stepped up to the plate. We wouldn't be back if it wasn't for them. But yeah, we've got a really fast hot rod.
And obviously, the wreck last week is kind of the common denominator, being 4 points behind Brad Housewright at the moment. But it's kind of one of those old school points battles of NASCAR in the 90s. Of it's kind of dominance versus consistency.
We're not 4 points behind anybody.
Oh?
No.
No?
No, we were 8 points behind going into this race. Right now, we are tied for points, but I actually take the point lead because I have more victories.
You have 5 wins in 7 features, if I'm correct. It's incredible. It's incredible. And you had a front row seat. I think this is the first time we've interviewed you without drama happening to yourself, but you had the catbird seat to a pretty wild moment.
You know, sometimes people need to learn the hard way. And
Did you get yours?
Brad Housewright, he won't put up with anybody that's going to be stupid around him. You know, and I don't like calling anybody stupid, but Brad Housewright's a mountain of a man. You don't really pick a fight with somebody that much bigger than you. But, you know, no blood was drawn and the crowd got a show. And honestly, that second part is the most important to me. The crowd got a show. It happened on the front stretch and everybody was cheering. And that's good for the track. It's good for the fans.
Absolutely. Well, Zeke, congrats on your sweep tonight, and congrats on tying the points, and congrats for your daughter Bristol.
Yeah.
First juice box win. That's a big deal.
It is. It is. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The interview you are about to see has been cut by roughly 20 to 30 seconds due to the unfortunate reason of YouTube imposing a 15-minute time limit on our videos at the moment. We are working currently to resolve that issue. We apologize for the unprofessionalism and inconvenience, and you'll be able to hear Tyler Conway's full uncut interview on all social platforms in the coming days. Thank you. All right, the man of the hour, Tyler Conway, is alone at the top right now in the Crown Vic points standings. First of all, let's take it through your night. Got your second win of the season, and just tell me how it went.
We put new tires on it. We were kind of a little hesitant on the tires. Didn't know what pressures to run. They really threw us a curveball tonight. We've been first, and I guess because of last week us getting our race in, they switched it to later in the night. The track played against us because we're so used to racing during the day with the heat on the track. Cars handled totally different tonight in the darkness. I like to say it was like we were ice skating out there, because if you cut the wheel, it just did not want to turn. If you hit the brakes too hard, it wanted to slide. Bruner last week in the 31 car said that he was real loose with brakes. We've been fighting brake issues with the cars. That's going to be a common thing all year round, because we're going to be fighting getting them hot, glazing them, having to change them, having to go get our rotors turned constantly to overcome the brake issues that we're having. It's one of those things that, you know, keep trying to swap and find out. Each car is built identical. We built a total of
4 cars out of the JB Auto Works shop. We've got 2 running, 1 we have a motor issue with. It's tires and the track are playing a different, like I said tonight, it's just a little different, but competition out there. Brandon Bruner, he's pretty stiff competition out there. It's a very close race between me and him. And McMurray, he's new this year. He's tuning in his car to get it running right. He's picking up the pace. He's staying up with us. We've got another gentleman that's been fighting car problems, but he still comes out, and that's appreciated. I wish it was like our first race of the year where we had, I think, 7 or 8, maybe more. That's kind of playing against us as cars are breaking because, again, they're street cars. They're not race cars.
Well, you already had a 2-point lead over Brandon Bruner. You were 3 races in. You expanded your points lead tonight, of course. There's always the threat. Defending champion Charles Gunther showed up about quarter way through the season last week and won the feature. Of course, wasn't here tonight again, but how do you just kind of build the lead as much as you can to avoid him?
I spoke to Charles a little while ago, actually, right before our race, and I asked him where he was. Unfortunately, prayers out to his wife. They think that she had a stroke earlier today, so he's at the hospital. I'd much rather have had him out here and trading paint with him. He's got a strong car. The problem with that car, well, it's a problem for me, not him, is the cars are equally matched. So if I've got to fight through traffic and he's got an opening, he's gone because of that. It's harder to catch him. Like last week, I think if I would have gotten a caution, it'd have been a good race to the end. But we get spread out, and then it's just circle tracking. You know, there's no competition between the cars. Even though they are all equally matched, just the issues come arise because, you know, one's having an overheating problem, one's having a brake problem. So we all overcome it. Biggest way to stretch my points lead is just consistency. Being here, even if I don't win, if I'm, you know, 1 car behind them or 2 cars, I'd prefer to be 1 car if I'm not the winner. I'd prefer to be 1 car to lose less points against them, and just staying on top of the cars and trying to maintain them so that way they don't break down and then I'm out of a race. And Charles is the prime example of last year. Charles was here from the beginning. He got the track champion because he had the length in the year. He was here all year with his car. We started building the cars when there was the issue with the first car. We started building the cars to get them here. And last year, it was a good racing. This year it's going to be the same. We're hoping to get more. We'd like to get more out here, but consistency is key for points.
All right, you heard him here. Get more Crown Vics out here. Get this division built up. Tyler, thank you for talking to us. And
if anybody else has any questions, we'll be more than willing to help you. I mean, they're all stock. There's nothing that we can do to them, but we can help you build them, give you some pointers. Anything we can do to increase the car count, we're 100% for. JB Auto Works, come on in, talk to us, bring your cars. Shout out to JB Auto Works where all these were built. We're there to build them and have a good time.
All right, thank you, Tyler.
Thank you, guys.